Marine Run, starring this guy. He's a mean green marine machine. I did a, ooh shit, almost dropped my controller. I did a run earlier where I played as the pilot, and it started off pretty frustrating because I tried to lockpick the first floor's chest, so I had a weapon for the boss, and both of them failed. Hey, Kyle's here already. Alright, already. Move on, let's hurry. I don't know how that song goes, but you know the one. But it ended up with us being extremely powerful by the end. And I'm hoping this run does more of the same. I'm not doing any of the mods on this one because I am having a very hard time keeping up my daily videos and getting these mod runs in. I'm pretty sure though, so next week Jackie and I are going to Portland Monday to Wednesday, and if I don't have videos ready, I'm going to have to start dipping into my freaking Eden run videos, or my mod run videos, to keep it up, which means I will be taking a break from Gungeon pretty much for the time being if I start that. Once I start it, it's all those videos in a row. That's how I'm gonna do it. But that's not saying that I want to stop doing the modded runs. It is saying that I want to get a little bit ahead for next week. What a weird empty room. I talked about this in the last run I did, but we went and saw The Crimes of Grindelwald, which to me was very strange because I don't know anything about Harry Potter and the whole J.K. Rowling wizarding world. But it seems like, oh, the name of the stream is David Lynch and David Bowie with a mustache, because that's exactly what Grindelwald looked like. It was Johnny Depp playing this very pale guy with like white hair and two eyes with different sized pupils, a la Bowie. And then he had the top of the head hair in the old David Lynch style. I was gonna say David Byrne and David Bowie, which would have been more fitting because they're more similar in their fields, but they don't look. It looks more like a David Lynch, I think. It's got that wildness. Oh, the movie wasn't bad. Again, I don't know anything about the wizarding world. I don't know anything about the fucking what makes magic work and how come all these guys can just kind of do whatever whenever they feel like it. It doesn't seem like there's any real limitations besides knowledge, or there's something, but they never really go into depth with as to what it is that makes some wizards the best of all time and some just regular Joey Schmoeys. Like, I really don't know. Really? It's just natural talent? That's boring. Is it a bloodline thing? There's a lot of freaking familiar relationships that seem to tie into it, so I assumed it's something that's, like, in some way genetic, but I don't have anything to base it on besides the fact that there are a bunch of people who are related. Yeah, like, I don't know. So I actually thought about this because of a video I watched not that long ago called creating a soft magic system, I think, or something like that. And it was talking about the, no, it was it was like creating a soft magic system that works. It was talking about Avatar and how that has a soft magic system versus something like, I think Full Metal Alchemist was brought up as the other example, which has a hard magic system. And the difference between those two is, yeah, it was a really well done video. But the difference between the two is that in hard magic systems, there are clearly defined rules. For instance, in Full Metal Alchemist, you can only alchemize the things that are in front of you. You can only basically transmute things into other things. So if you have a bunch of crap, that will be exactly the right number of resources to make like a teapot or whatever. Like you have, 16 shards of porcelain or whatever, then you'll make the teapot. What goddamn rule? I don't know. I've never watched the show, so I don't know the name of it. I don't know the name of the rule, so you don't have to worry about it. But it's like, it's neat to have a rule like that because otherwise it's totally fucking arbitrary. Like, in Avatar, it seems like it's based on knowledge and practice, but then there's some sort of like physical exertion thing that happens. Like you can get, oh yuck, you can get tired of casting spells, and like people seem to get weak by using the stuff, but I guess it's like overdone in Full Metal Alchemist. I don't know. I never watched the show, but I really do like the idea that like, if you watch a show like that, you know when something is going to be possible. You know that somebody else is better at it because of something, or like they have more resources in order to make more things. Like, it is kind of fucked up that it's just like, it feels like in this wizarding world, there's just like, this guy now can just do a huge spell that puts fog all over the city, and he didn't seem to break a sweat. He didn't seem to have to spend anything on it. He just seemed to have to know how to do this fog spell. And because of that, it made it like unimpressive to me when there was a bigger, better wizard. One thing that I think they do really well, that's hilarious. Well, one thing they did really well in the Crimes of Grindelwald was make it so that the main character was not like Wizard Supreme. He seemed to just be like a good veterinarian, basically. His superpower was compassion with crazy mythical animals, like for real. He knew how to do magic, and he was pretty appropriate in his timing for stuff, but he didn't have any like hyper impressive spellcasting ability, which is great. Like, it's really nice to see somebody that, they're not the Lord of Destiny or whatever. They're not the guy that you're just waiting to realize that it was in their bones since they were a sperm or whatever. Like, oh fuck, didn't see that. Why are bullets the same color as fire? But everything else about the magic system just seemed kind of fucking arbitrary, so I'm kind of like, I was upset. The movie started off with like an escape sequence, and it's how you learn about Grintendo, the bad guy. Or maybe he was in the last movie, but I haven't seen it. I don't know. But I really did like having a guy who did something outside of just being the world's best wizard or having the right parents, you know? Which is fucking corny, man. I hate the, like, hereditary nature of, like, so much of these things. That's one of the things I really, really liked about the newest Star Wars movie. They just had the new freaking Super Jedi. Oh my god. They had the new freaking Super Jedi just be random person. Like, she didn't... It wasn't revealed that she's actually a fucking Skywalker or a Solo. Like, she just is a random person because the whole midichlorians thing, the whole it's in your blood thing is stupid. It's really, really stupid and obnoxious to think that it's basically a genetic disorder to be a powerful wizard. Like, or a genetic advantage, however you want to use that word. Like, I don't know. It just, it bummed me out that it, like, if they had said that she was fucking Ben Solo's sister, I would have just been like, this sucks. This whole movie is garbage. Just make it be something else. Make it be an untapped resource. You don't need to rely on it being a familial tie every time. In the extended universe for Star Wars, back in the day, Han and Leia had twins who were really talented in the Force, and they were trained by Luke. And, you know, everyone kind of thought, well, they're gonna do that. They're gonna do that eventually. They're gonna make, what is it? Rey and Rilo? Is her name Rey? Yeah, they're gonna make Rey and Rilo be twins, separated at birth, and that's why they're good at lightsabers and rock lifting. Did I say Rilo? Yeah, Rey and Kylo. Kylo Ren. But don't do that. Don't tie everything into bloodline. It's fucking boring. It's pretty easy. It's like an easy shortcut to make things be about sibling affection, parental affection, or lack thereof, or like heritage. Those are easy things to write about because they are things that people feel innately. People feel like ties to their ancestors because they look like people that were alive before them. But it's boring when every story told is like that. I don't know. That's something that fucking super duper sucked about Wizarding World, or Fantastic Beasts, Crimes of Grindelwald. Everybody was fucking related or knew each other in the past or whatever. It was all a big blood feud. And it got really, really dull, in my opinion. Yuck, 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 yuck. They're not that bad. It's just kind of hard to use, actually. I mean, now that I'm remembering that you can... Since I got this while I was doing the doing the Twitch integration, that you can actually launch these things and they have some damage to them. Hey, little Ashley, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing all right. That's a free chest right there. I'm doing great. I'm pretty excited about this stream we got going on right now. Jackie's already asleep because she's she's like much more of a day person than I am, but she's probably gonna wake up in like 40 minutes and then pop down here. I'm done with this guy. Took too much damage using it. And then, yeah, we need to get rid of table tech money because it's worthless. It's one of my favorites, if not the favorite. Oh, I love when this guy is trapped over here. He's such a ding-a-ling when you're trying to get to the boss flawlessly. You know, I don't even feel like I have a real answer to that question, Kyle. It's kind of a weird one. Like, I'd say, ooh, like my favorite shotgun is the Rattler. One of my favorite guns is the Pox Cannon, but I don't know if it's my favorite gun. It's like asking somebody what their favorite color is. That's one of those questions where I feel like I answered it at one point, and then I convinced myself that it was true. Maybe. Yeah, like, especially with all the synergies now, I feel like mine has changed a lot. Get out of here. They're definitely ones I'm always happy to see. Doesn't mean they're my favorite ones. Boss room. No? Okay. I guessed it perfectly right last time, so I'm starting to feel a little full of myself. Shit. Wow, that was pretty bad. Do you play this game a lot, Kyle? See, I don't like the combined rifle because the weapon itself, I think, is actually bad. Its secondary fire is really good and really useful, but I don't know. It's so weak as a machine gun. Oh fuck, that was close. And that means that 50% of the time it's good, and 50% of the time it taint. Let's check this way. Every time I see you log into it, I assume that you're patching your mods. Oh, the speedrun thing where you just drop the weapon over and over. I practiced that for a little while, and then I was like, I don't think I want to play the game like this. Purely my own choice, not like a condemnation on anybody who does. Have a good night, Ashley. Catch you around. There we go. We did it. What does ILE YSM stand for? I love you so much. M16 is actually great, though. Even its alternate fire is great. It's just not nearly as good. The actual... I wouldn't say that the alternate fire for the combined rifle is even half as good as it is for the M16. There was a post on Reddit a long while ago about this guy who said he had this this supernatural ability to see any anagram. Yeah, Yara I'd say is way up there. Again, it's just like not a... It's a great boss weapon. It's just not a weapon you ever... I don't know, there's not a lot of stuff that's like completely unsituational that I would say is like way the fuck up there. God, I hate this boss. I hate how much health those guys have. Like, I don't mind that he summons ads. That... The fact that he summons ads that have a ton of health, give him health, and make him faster. Oh, did you say the Vorpal gun? See, there's no... Coolness is just such a weird stat to tie with it. Like, the Vorpal gun, if I get late in a regular run, if the base weapon of that maybe shot less and did more damage per shot, I would be all about it. I feel like it just burns through ammo. But I do love crits. I just have, like, relied on it in a lot of bad situations, and it's let me down. It suckles that it suckles. It sucks that that tickle video got taken off of YouTube. Ooh, baby boy, we are very happy right now. I did that last time. I'm not doing the ride again this time. Box cannon is absolutely one of my favorite weapons in the game. It's got such good knockback. You basically just shoot every enemy once, and then you just switch to something else. I think all of my my favorite weapons are weapons that I use in tandem with something else. Like, Fight Saber, of course, is probably like one of the best weapons all around in the game. Of course it is, but it's like not a favorite of mine because it's not fun. It's fun for a very brief situation, and it's overpowered as fuck. Like, a lot of the guns I really love are ones that are just like interesting to use whenever you can. Honestly, Mega Hand might be the single best weapon in the game. Heroin is just too long of a charge. With the new synergies that Mega Hand has added to it, it's pretty untoppable in terms of like one weapon having so many ways to play it. Proton Backpack doesn't have high damage output though. Maybe as a room clear, it doesn't as a boss clear, or a boss weapon. Mostly because of how long it takes to attach. I guess that's better than I thought, but still, like, if you dodge roll once, it goes back down to nothing. Like, I'd rather shoot a shot so it can be reloading while I'm switching. I guess that's true. I feel like the only time I use it, though, is bosses, and the only time, and whenever I'm in a boss fight, it doesn't feel worth it because of the actual practicalities, the logistics of fighting a boss. Again, that's another one that would be much better suited to not trying to flawless. Do I want a gun? Yeah, fuck, I got a gun force. This is pretty terrible, actually. I forgot all about double vision. Please be a... Yes! Wait a second. Let's finish this floor and see if I get a quick little recycle bin. Star Pew. So I love that weapon. I don't want to be holding onto the trash cannon for too long, though. We should actually also use up all of the ammo. I remember thinking that every room in this floor was harder than bullet hell for a little while, and I just don't see it anymore. RC Rocket is really good. RC Rocket is another one of those weapons that I feel like I wish I could just play this mouse and keyboard exclusively for it. That and remote control bullets. Hey, Poison, you wanna, like, do something? Suck a dick. Whoops. What do you mean by that? Like a tiering system for quality in terms of not the game's quality, but the game's given qualities, but what you give them? I really think my favorite gun is either the Pox Cannon or the Rattler. I just love damage over time without having to leave goop. It's part of the reason I actually use the Pox Cannon, even though it does require goop. Or not the Pox Cannon, the Trash Cannon. Oh, fuck. I love the flare gun. I wouldn't put it in my favorites. I think it's a weapon that I'll use pretty much every time I have the opportunity to. Fuck, you're like in the wrong cannon. Still not feeling great about this boss. Flare gun's way up there, especially with all the new synergies. Oh my god, what the fuck was that? All the new synergies that give it like permanent damage. What's your favorite gun, Casey? Dude, I don't know what to do on this boss. Let's just take this nice and slow. I mean, Not like we have any choice. I don't know what I was looking at there, thinking I was safe. Damn, dude. What's wrong with me? I just don't have any freaking damage. Oh, there was no chance. This would have taken way too long. I kind of just didn't even want to try that. Why is this guy still alive? You have Nightbot reporting the hatred you feel towards Nightbot. I'm so glad I started going through this fight more frequently than I did, because I remember just like always being so nervous about this guy. Now I feel like I have most of his moves. I know what to do in most situations. It doesn't mean I don't get hit. It means that I'm more aware of when I'm going to get hit. What's your idea? I want to read about it while I'm fighting a boss. You were talking about that a while ago, I believe. Damn it. Wouldn't there still constantly be inputs? God damn. I don't think Super Hot Watch would work even then. The delay wouldn't matter, but... Dude, this is crap. This is a crap hole of a run. Oh shit. I didn't get either of the secret rooms for some reason. I think you can make it, you could find a way to make it work. I think grid-based, turn-based, or grid-based, turn-based RPGs are pretty much the best way to go about it. So, if you want to be real. Didn't they do Twitch Plays Dark Souls or something? I kept the trash can in. Because I believe that, oh yeah, now it's absolutely worthless. Because I've got angry bullets. So I definitely had no right doing both of those, both buying that and keeping this. Back off, dude. Very rude of you. I think people only liked the Twitch Plays Pokemon because of its like very social nature. It kind of felt like this, like, I don't know, like a social experiment. Like, but after the first one, that's just, we saw everything that we needed to see. I'm sure you can get some people to play it. I'd actually be a part of it, but again, I have no fucking following. I have no... you know, my voice doesn't matter. In any way. I don't have whatever it takes to, get people watching. I mean, it's true. I'm not like, I'm past the point of being upset about it. It's just, it's not gonna happen. I've been doing this for over 2 years now, and it's just, it's not gonna happen. Oh, fuck yeah. I was really hoping for the star pew. Triple shot. We just got triple shot. But now we need, like, something that can handle bosses. I'm loving this armor that's dropping everywhere. Man. Well, I guess we give it to a trash can. Damn, I didn't know there were that many. Hey. Yeah, we'll do it. That feels weird. Does it not burn them, or are they dying too fast? Okay, it does burn them. I just don't, like, I don't spend enough time online. Which is fucking weird. I don't spend enough time online not streaming to do the other stuff that my channel needs to grow. Like, and that's not gonna change. I'm not gonna, like, I don't know. We talked about it plenty of times before. You already know the deal. If I don't come to accept the fact that I'm gonna have like a maximum of 4 people watching any stream that I do, then I'm just like asking to be disappointed. Well, yeah, because that's how they make money. Like, they will say something is completely not allowed and then say, oh, this is going to get us a ton of money, so this streamer is partnered. Like, it's not really about, like, some sort of content guide or anything like that. And again, I'm playing like a 2-year-old game that the interest has come and waned, and like, man, that's really good to hear. I appreciate him doing that. He's like much better at the community building aspect of it. I love that my Discord channel feels more alive now than it has like for the first like full year I had it open, or I had it up. But again, I feel like I would have to hire someone to try to promote me, and I'm not making any money off of this. I still haven't gotten a single payment from Twitch. So it's not really like, you know, it's not really like put more money into it kind of thing. I also still work a full-time job. It was a little difficult to see what the fuck is going on here. It's going a lot quicker than it should be with these guns. Freaking triple shot is amazing, and stout bullets are amazing on their own. I just moved my whole body when I That's true. I don't think there's any chance I would ever lose that. If I did, I would probably just put like subscribers or certain roles up where I could see them, you know, or I would have like a subscriber stream, or I mean, no matter what, Kyle, you know, you're at this point you're like a core member of this stream, more so than actually anybody. I mean, Roddy used to be here all the time. He started working, and like I am very happy that he started working, but it's like that's all it took for, oh, man, for me to lose one more. I have no idea what my card is. Right. I would try to figure that out if there was any chance that this stream was going to turn into something like that, but I had a room for a little while and then I was like, I don't know what this is doing. But ooh, what have we here? Oh, but again, I'm not expecting this stream to become something with a huge following. I'm just going to keep doing it. I'm going to be as consistent as I can be. But, again, that roll reload is just, it's a full reload for the SAA. Whoa, it looked like I flipped that casket, but it didn't behave like I flipped that casket. Don't, I mean, thank you, I would appreciate it, but like, don't feel like this is not, me saying this, I don't want anyone to ever believe is like, I don't know, like a cry for help or like asking for someone else to pick up the reins. It's not something I'm good at, and it's, until I feel like I could make money off of it, it's not something that I think I should focus on. Getting partner or getting affiliate for me was basically, it broke down to Flag streaming me a few good times, or hosting me a few good times, sending over a raid of like 200 plus people, because the same month that I got affiliate was during the same time that like I was actually watching my average viewer count, and I was at like 3 or 4 was my average, and I was pretty impressed with that. But I couldn't make it any higher, you know? Well, I appreciate that. I don't want you to feel like you're enlisted as like an unpaid promoter or something like that, though. That's not what I ever want to do. And I think that's exactly my problem. That's exactly why this channel doesn't grow in the typical way. It's like I don't want to ever be pandering for views. Oh, I'll pander for payment in a heartbeat, but views, no thank you. And I know that one leads to the other, but I only want to sell out when that money is assured. You false dude, get out of the way. Give me the real Shadow Panther or whatever the fuck his name is. No idea what this enemy's name is. I have such a hard time watching streams too, which I think would be a great way to cross-promote. Like, you know what was really weird to me? So, Horsefred, who is an incredible guy, a really decent dude, stopped streaming for about 3 months. Or no, he stopped streaming for 2 months. And then came back, streamed once, had a few viewers, like streamed for an hour and a half, and got affiliate. I think part of it had to do with he gets hosted by Devolver. Like, he was going up on their stream when their stream went offline for a while. I don't know how that started, but I was like, well, that's cool. I think some people from Dodgeball probably watched him. And then we're like, let's get this show on the road. So all it really takes, I think, is one connection. I just don't... Again, I don't want to pander for that connection. If it happens, I will be very grateful, but it's not like... It's not a prime directive of mine. I actually think I pissed off some of the staff by constantly saying like, hey, I don't think the key thing should be changed. A whole bunch of them. Oh, this is so lovely. This is so fucking lovely. I'm just gonna move on to the next one. Angry bullets, fat bullets, or stout bullets, and the triple shot. Just amazing. Oh no, I'm sure they get a lot of criticism too, and they're pretty used to it. But it was something that I was kind of like, I kept pressing. I was like, hey, I think that taking away the ability to force keys from the shop is a real problem. And I talked about it the entire time the Switch version was, you know, like previewing some of the stuff. I was like, they kept saying like, what do you think? Or people would say like, you know, what do you feel about this stuff, etc., etc. And I'd always harp back on that same topic, and I should have just fucking dropped it because I think they found a perfect balance. And I honestly think that they made it so that every shop has at least one key, which is much better. But, you know, it was something that I felt pretty passionate about. Like, I had so many runs where I would just use both of my keys to get into the oubliette, not get anything from either of, or not be able to open any of the chests, not get any keys any other way besides the first floor shop, and then not get a single key on the oubliette. The Old Crest room would be locked, and no key would drop on that entire floor. And I was just like, this doesn't, it doesn't feel like this was the intention, you know? I don't know what my curse is. I'm gonna get the star pew on the next floor, aren't I? I love if you want to know my favorite boss, it's definitely the kill pillars. Yuck. I love the split health thing, and I love that if you have a good enough weapon, you can just knock them all down at once. Did we get a secret room? No, we did not. Have a guest streams channel? I don't know what that means. It sounds like I'm just being stupid, but like I don't know what that means. Is it where you leave a suggestion for someone else that's streaming the game? Honestly, I used to get a lot of viewers off of the wiki. Wow, that was a terrible dodge. Oh, I thought that guy looked different. I thought he had a new helmet on. Pretty excited, but then it turned out it wasn't true. I've been part of this like small streamers community for a while that I don't really think I'm doing right. Where they, you know, you host somebody, they host you, and I was doing that for a little while, but I wasn't sure if like it was a requirement. I don't know. I kind of like kept linking people. I think that's actually something that had something to do with Red Marsh. Either he told me about it or I met him through it. But I haven't caught him online in a long time. Self-promotion feels weird to me. It feels like this is why whoops, where'd you come from? Why I would like pay somebody for it is it feels wrong to just be like, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me, hey, look at me. Like, I don't know. I guess that's kind of the point of the whole thing, but like, I'm not trying to be a fucking superstar. I'm just trying to have this thing feel like I'm not talking in a vacuum. Where I can't, like, I feel like I'm wasting your Twitch integration mod by not having people that can actually take part in it. Oh, it'll feel easy when you're doing it for a job. At least for me. Putting in an application or having an interview at a job is very easy. I got really used to doing that when I think when I was applying for colleges. Because I just, like, I freaking shotgunned that shit. I did as many colleges as I could possibly apply for. Dude, this hand scares me in here. I know he doesn't really do anything, but, like... Can I leave? Put your gun away. Still think that's super neat, though. Neat. Let's just wait a fucking second on that. Getting a job is, like, so fundamental to me that it feels kind of like the process of applying for it felt more like, I don't know, like opening a bank account. Like, it's a formality that everybody has to go through. So it feels very different than something like getting on social media and being like, oh, it's your boy, it's your boy, oh. Like, it's just a bunch of, like, people parroting the actions of other more successful people doing the same thing. I don't want to copy. I don't want to... you motherfuckers. I had so much money earlier. I don't know. I want everything I do for the entire time that I'm streaming or recording to be 100% genuine. I know that the comic you're referencing. I guess that's a meme at this point too. Hey! No, stop. That was the best dodge of my entire life. Oh my god, we got the fucking money we needed. Yeah, the one where the guy pounds on the table for something that's not funny. Hey, Flag's playing Isaac. Yeah, that was a really lucky dodge. I just split the fork. Wasn't there something I was looking at in the other shop too? Maybe one of these big baby boys will have a thing in it. The ability to steal. I wish I had any idea where my curse is. It's not too bad because I'm barely ever seeing any jammed enemies, but... I like that. It sounds like it's about that rapper T.I. He should be the face of the mod. I think T.I. was in Ant-Man? For some reason. He was like one of the heist dudes with Michael Pena. Was he a rapper or singer? God, I don't know shit about T.I. My younger sister for a while really liked this guy who I thought was a rapper because his name was so fucking ridiculous. But it turned out it was a singer. What hip holster synergy? Pretty good. But this guy's name was Trey Songs with a Z. And I was like, this guy sucks ass. Also, he named himself this with the same naming system as the Bratz toys. Oh my god. Increases coolness by 2? Holy shit. Fuck. No, I didn't. I'll check it out after this run. Those are some killer hip holster shots. Holy fuck. Oh no, we got the boss coming up and I just used my item. Well, we got all that coolness. You're freaking ass liquor, you shit game. That's what I wanted. That was the other thing. Oh my god. Triple shot stinger hip holster. What was the SAA thing? Oh, it was coolness, right? And I have a full reload though. Yeah. Nope. Not how I play this game. Sorry. I know it's a bummer that I suck so much. Oh shit, did I lose the Dwarven Stout? No. Shit, I was looking at his health for some reason. Dude, the angry bullets are throwing me off for some reason. Fuck! Was that it? No, I got hit somewhere else. Okay. Whew. I just don't want to do it because I don't want to become reliant on it. Like, oh fuck, what am I doing? I like that pretty much everything I do in this game is, and I know that Dodge Roll said that the drop strategy is totally kosher in their books, but it's something that, again, like, you never have a character teach you how to do that technique. Everything I've learned to do in this game has been through practice of the regular game mechanics. If I ever go into speedrunning, I think it's going to ruin my regular enjoyment of the game, which is part of the reason I don't really want to do it. Well, we missed Shadow Bullets. Well, that's okay. Shadow Bullets is freaking great, though. Oh, I could have afforded that if I didn't buy a single half heart. That's alright. Like, Holy Grail, really good for ammo, but right now we are set. Oh man, I'm so dumb. I didn't use Gunsling in that fight. What should I use? What should I use? I guess this. Turbo mode? It's fun. I don't like doing it all the time. Again, I just don't want to change the game, change my enjoyment of the game as is. I really feel like turbo mode is... It would make it so that I never go after the Old King or the rat if I'm streaking. And that's kind of part of the reason I don't do it. It's a little silly, but... It's weird to me that those guys are not immune to fire. Where are you aiming, Marine? That was such a bad dodge roll there. I think part of the reason this channel doesn't do well is I don't do any like hyper specific things. Like I put on a stream, Cobalt Streak stream last night or the night before while I was getting videos uploaded. Just kind of had it on in the background, and he was just going after shiny Pokemon. I don't know if he's getting all of them or if he's just trying to set his team up. But for the last like 3 nights, he's just been going after shinies. So what it actually amounts to most of the time is him going into a wild Pokemon capturing encounter and then either throwing a Pokeball once and hitting a bunch of menus, or actually backing out of the encounter. There's a capture combo. The higher it is, the greater a chance of getting a shiny. It's funny. But I mean, a lot of people are doing it. He had 3,000 people doing that, or watching him do that. And it's just like, man, he's like engaging with the chat and stuff, but like, I don't know how much you can engage with 3,000 people. But to me, it like, I don't know. He's gonna play the game and he's gonna also stream every day, so he may as well. And if it's working for him, great, more power. But to me, I can't, like, I don't do the speed runs where if I don't get a good weapon by 2 floors, I just turn the thing off to get better. Like that, I don't play the Kaizo Marios where I'm like beating my head against the wall for 4 solid hours, like because people want to be there when it's actually cleared or whatever. Like that seems so unfun for me that I can't really chase those kind of objectives. But, you know, I'm not like talking shit on what anybody else does. That wouldn't make any fucking sense to. But I can't turn this stream into what I see as successful a lot of the time because I can't do what those guys do. Maybe I should just play this game that I enjoy, that I feel that I'm pretty good at, and have one or two people hang out every once in a while. And just, you know, shut the fuck up about it. God, the flare gun is so damn good. It's so good. It's still not in my favorites. It's a gun that I will use probably 80% of the time that it shows up. But that initial damage is so freaking good. Especially with like these fat double bullets. You see that shit? You also got like curse bullets or something, right? Yeah. It's still a low enough curse that we've only seen one jammed enemy on this floor. Well, one not always jammed enemy. Yeah, there was a time, like, it's nice that, Jackie gets really, like, happy for me when I hit some sort of milestone with, the stream. But, like, every time I do, I realize that it's such a temporary thing that it's actually not a good call to, embrace it too much, to get too excited about it. Because, you know, that month where I got affiliate, I haven't had a month like that since, in terms of viewers. That was a fluke. And I also, yeah, I don't want to pander. I don't want this to become me playing terrible games because they're new. Or because they get a lot of views. I want to be playing the things that I think I'll enjoy. Like, when I have someone suggest a game to me, I look at the game and I go, that seems cool, but I don't know. I'm still going to be playing Gungeon and Isaac. Because I really enjoy it. It's another part of the reason that, like... Yeah, I tried to get Jackie multiple times to, like, help me in the art department for the stream. I don't think she really likes doing any illustration on the computer or anything like that. She's so freaking talented, but I can't maintain her interest in like making icons or logos or anything for the stream. So I really do appreciate you kind of stepping in there for a lot of them, Kyle. But yeah, I just don't. I don't know. I don't want to be paying a crew to turn this into something, or to try to turn this into something, when it might honestly just, it might just be me. Like, I'm not, this is, again, I'm very comfortable with who I am, so I'm not, like, worried about, I'm not too worried about other people's opinion of me, pretty much in any regard in my life. But I might not have the kind of boisterous personality that makes someone you know, a huge success on this platform. Which profile pic? The RMK? I kind of like that one. I think it's nice and clean. Oh, you know what I fucking planned on doing today? I planned on playing around with A-Sprite. Or E-Sprite. Fuck you hitting me. But we went and saw that movie and ate some din din. And then I recorded a video and then started streaming, so I did not leave myself much time for that. Little chicken nut. No, it's alright, man. Make it completely illegible. Get this shit closer to where I teleport. Please, push it, push it, push it, push it. There we go. Phase 1 is going to be Splody Central. Phase 2 is going to be the Gunzing. That is so much damage done so fucking quickly. Holy shit. Yo, shit. Okay. I actually, like an idiot, looked up to see how many blanks I had and whether it was worth it to blank or not. And that's not what you do. What you do is you fucking blank and then you worry about it later. Boop, boop, beep, boop, boop. Little scat interlude in the middle. Kind of hard to see. Kind of hard to see. Alright, I don't think I timed that jump properly. Jesus Christ. Hey, I got some armor in the interim there. You fucking asshole! God damn it! What a dick! Oh well. And I didn't even get the freaking blank at the right time. I always stand at 45 degrees from this guy, and it's stupid. I know better. So that's a nothing. That's an extremely good run where I did none of my little analogies there. Analogies? Anagrams? Acronyms. Acronyms. No, I think an acronym only applies when it's a word that you pronounce, like scuba. Otherwise, it's an abbreviation. All right, so that's 76. We're past the halfway point on our personal best. Yeah, a lot of good and a lot of garbage. Played like a goddamn idiot when it mattered. When it really mattered.